Okay, this is Rock 18 here, and it's November 2nd today, and this rock is a little different than some of the other rocks. It's kind of angular, but it seems to be real tippy. You know, obviously a rock like this, a flat rock, you know, you wouldn't think it would end up in the stream bed like that, you know, which is real. It could be real tippy. Whereas if it ends up flat like that in a stream bed, it's not going to be tippy. So I'm just, I've only tried out 4 rocks so far, and this is, you know, so I think, now what I've got is I've got my flat rock here in the bottom. This is a flat rock, so this is like a bedrock river incipient motion. And I got it kind of, it looks kind of flat there, horizontal. You know, I can see this pan's kind of pretty flat according to the water level. I put warm water in here because it's cold out today, although the sun just came out a little bit. So I'm going to start pulling on this rock, and I'm going to do about 10 runs. Well, we'll see what goes, but this time I'm going to start... Yesterday, I made the rock move a whole inch before I recorded that little black line there on the scale, before I recorded the measurement. But today I'm just going to let it move a little bit, because obviously once the rock starts to move, the force is less on the spring. So here we go. So I just moved there a little bit, 10.5, and that was like a twist. That was movement. I'm just going to write it down, you know. I'm going to put a twist right after that word. I'm going to record everything today. Okay, at 11.5 there, it started to move. It started to rotate. .5 again. And it fully moved that time. 11.5 again. So now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this rock over to here, and you know, looks like it's approximately horizontal, but that makes a difference, you know, if it's not horizontal. So we're just going to keep mixing it up, get a good average. And let's see, I kind of want to pull the rock. Look at that. See, look at, there's something weird's going on there. Look at that. I mean, I'm not even putting any pressure on it. That's like maybe 1 gram of force at about 7.5. So I don't know what to do there. I think in a river it's going to be... I think I'm just going to not count that. But, you know, maybe I should write down 7.5. I'll write it down. Looks like that was about 11.2. Look at that, it twisted about at 11. Might as well write that down. $11.5. Started to rotate. Yeah, it was about 11.2. It was about 12. I'm going to do some more on these later, but on this rock. But I want to try a different rock, and actually, yeah, I want to try a different rock. I think I'm going to go with this rock, because this rock I can pull from the top, or I can pull from that. So let's try, this is rock 11. Let's see if we can see a difference here in pulling from the side versus pulling from the top. But 12.3, start to slide. .5, start to slide. It's about 15. I'm gonna reposition this a little bit. It looks about flat. It looks like going uphill a little bit, but I don't know, you know. All you can do is lots of averages, you know, unless you do something really, I think it just rotated. I didn't even get the number there, but it's about 9.5. Maybe I'll put that down. That was a twist. This is gonna drive me nuts, man, but I'm gonna turn the rock that way. Yeah, this is pulling. It's not in the center of the rock, so it's pulling. It's gonna twist it all the time. There, 9.5 is another twist. 10.5 was the slide. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Look at that, it was twisting there at about 9.5. That was about 9.8, it slid. Need waterproof paper, get my hands wet, you know. But I got lots of paper. Just do a couple more here. Well, actually, let's do this. Wait a minute. We can't balance the rock like. Let's see what that does there. Because this is, we're trying to aim for low right now. We're going to run a lot of experiments here today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. But let's see how much it takes to move this. Boy, it ain't going to take much. If the rock is precariously balanced like this. Look at that, it just moved there with no force. But that might not be fair to do. I'm just going to ignore that one. Look at that, that moved there again. Just going to ignore that with no force. So it's so precariously balanced. Well, just don't worry about it. So it only takes 7 to move that. That's quite a bit less. When it's precariously balanced. Yeah, that's all it takes, 7. Try this a few more times. Shut this video off. But, you know, these are, yeah, it's about 7.2 maybe. So it's quite a bit, you know, it depends on where you pull on the rock and how the rock is balanced. Maybe, if that rock was flat on the bottom and we pulled on the top, so I got a lot of different things I got to try out here today. I'm going to have to glue some more stuff on at some point. That's 7.1. Let's try another rock. I don't know how many minutes we've spent. I mean, well, let's just try this rock. I mean, this rock, I think of as, you know, I usually think of rocks kind of shaped more like this, spawning gravels. They're not so angular, but it depends on, you know, where you're at in the watershed in relation to the hill slope, you know, that dumped all the gravel in there. I've never tried a rock this small, so you know, this might not work out too well. It's already starting to move. But, this rock moved about 7.5. Oh, it's not that a little hokey. If it's gonna move that easy, I need to stick this over here. So I can get this ruler. See, the ruler, I need a deeper, bigger tank. But let's just give it a few more quick pulls. Yeah, that rotated there at 7. Moved at 7.2. And it slid about 7.8. Let's see, 7.2, 7.8. There it's just rocking about 6.9. So you write that down, 6.9 it rocks. 0.9 rock. Yeah, it jerked a little bit. 7.6. About 7.8 it slid. Seven point six, 7.8. I'm just gonna go with that. Well, this video is gonna be long, so I think I'm just gonna shut it off. But I think you see how it works.